Hi, hello. I see one person in here, two people. We love that. Hi, everybody. We're going to give it a couple seconds to let everyone get in here. Can you hear me? Can you type in the chat? Can you hear me? Hey, everybody. You guys. Okay, so I'm just going to, while we wait for some people to come in. Okay, good. Is it clear? Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, Jack. Hi, Elise. Hi, Fabulous Style. You're being sassy, Jack. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I need a survey of people. Can you all hear me okay? Type in the chat. We're going to be interactive here. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Hey, Tanya. Ryan, you're being ridiculous. Okay. Okay, great. Hey, everybody. Okay, so we will give it just a few more seconds. I'm trying to post this link to the live in my bio on Instagram, and it is not working, but I know Instagram was like down today, so guess we're just not going to work with that. Yes, can hear you. Okay, great. So hi, everyone. This will go live, so if you need to jet out or something, you can do so. Lovely freedom that we have in America. Hi, everyone. Okay, so this is going to be something I'm going to do kind of maybe like bi-weekly, something that I want to call Reseller Struggles. And not in like a negative way, but I want us to be able to bounce off from each other, or at least if you're coming to see me, you can hear what I'm going through and relate, or like hear how I might be managing something, or you can provide me a tip. And at this point, I'm looking for some advice, different points of view. Hey, everybody. Hey, Denali. Hey. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be called Reseller Struggles. First and foremost, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I am Blake, aka PoshBossBlake. You can find me on Instagram, Poshmark, and of course YouTube at PoshBossBlake. It is my second only live, and this one I did announce, so I'm excited that there's people here. Hi, everyone. Let's keep this social chatter going. I love it in the chat. I can see it, no problem. And I'm not using Wi-Fi. I'm plugged in to the internet. Like, who does that anymore? I would say advanced, but that's actually like not. Okay, so let's just chat about some struggles that I've faced recently, and I can tell you currently like what my work situation is, and maybe you can start to relate. So I have a full-time job, a traditional, not AOL Denali, okay, with the sass. I have a traditional job with traditional hours, 9 to 5:30. I work for a public relations firm, and we work in, I'll say the design field. I don't want to get too specific, but we work in the design field, and I'm the office and culture manager for the office. And it's a bi-coastal office, so that presents its own set of challenges, and we are growing in size. And at this moment in my full-time job, I have a office move to manage in our Los Angeles office. We are also gaining 2 new employees at the same time, and I am in managing the holiday retreat that we have going on, which is all landing literally within a matter of the same week or weeks. And it is a lot. I've never been so busy at this job, and I have been overwhelmed. I am a little overwhelmed. Today was a weird day because of my overwhelmedness, but we are working through it. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. So, I know, culture manager. It is such a millennial job, but really it's just like, I think Facebook or Spotify call my job, or the idea of it, something like the the happy officer. I'm in charge of like snacks and making sure people are comfortable and enjoying the environment. And we don't have like a stuffy office. We work in design, like the interior space. So, we have couches and it's set up to look like a home versus, terrible lighting, stuff like that. But anyway, I have a lot going on with that, and it is like my day to day, switching to where I make some extra money, Poshmark. And I do have a second side hustle of dog sitting, pet sitting, mostly. I have to say pet now because there are some cats. But I am booked from now, last weekend, actually, through the end of the year. I have 2 weekends open to do something. And that's not inclusive of any binge trips. It's not inclusive of any dedicated social time, like enjoyment, like no dinners, nothing, things like that. It's all work. And a little bit about me. I am type A. I'm a Leo. I am a go-getter. I am goal-driven, oriented. I go after something. I want it until I get it. Or if I can't, I figure out a different path and we explore it in that direction. That said, first struggle we will talk about. I am overworking. I feel like some people can relate. I hope people can relate. Hey everybody who just joined. Hi. That's life in Cali. Full-time job plus multiple side hustles to survive. Listen, I just turned 30 and a lot of my friends are in the same boat. Like it's generational. Like it's environmental circumstances, like increased rent, etc. I live in the center of a major city, like West Hollywood, California, and it's very expensive to live here. And, your salary can be what it is in the career path that you choose. And for me, I need to explore additional income options. So, I have my side hustles. Most people have a side hustle these days. Like if you ask someone who's 20 to 30, I would say even 35, 40 years old these days, chances are, like I would say 50 to 75% are going to say they do something else at some point in the year to make additional income, right? Like the side hustle thing is not so much it's a hustle, but it's kind of almost like, what's your full-time job? And then what do you do for like your hobby? But the hobby has turned into work. Have you guys figured that out? Like, do you witness this? Like what once was a hobby and totally is a hobby. Like I enjoy reselling, but it's also a monetized thing. So it's not the same. Like, my grandparents, for example, they could not fathom like working 2 jobs. Like why work a full day and then work another job before, after, or both of those things, like take a nurse. Like there's a bunch of nurses in our community. They do this. They do nursing. They have families. Like, oh my gosh, props, moms, dear moms. Met a bunch of you at PoshFest. Hi. Props to the moms who are doing this, who aside from being like homemakers or, like the head of household in family raising, like how do you do that? Like I could not imagine a little rugrat running around while I'm trying to take a photo of 50 listings I have to get done for today. I'm sure it's crazy, but we all have these things going on aside from our main time-consuming portion of the day. So just recapping. Sorry, I'm just looking at the comments. When I have my full-time job, it was salaried retail. Okay, wait. I'm gonna pay attention to the comments more. I'm so sorry. Jacob, hi. So I do have a salary. Like my full-time job is salaried, and luckily, fortunately, my role does not really require me to like do work beyond those work hours sometimes, but like it's rare and it's circumstantial because the nature of what I'm doing is, business hour stuff. That said, I do come from a heavy TV advertising background where I'd be in at the office and I would not leave till 10:30 at night working on a media plan because someone who had $22 million to spend needs their commercials on TV. That was not a job that I wanted to do anymore. That said, yeah, I was working so much. Like, I could not imagine being back working in New York City with that job and doing this. The markets are different in terms of like sourcing in general, but it's like a lot. It's a lot. So, okay, back to California. So I have my pet sitting. I'm booked every weekend except for 2 for the rest of the year. And I'm actually booked through the new year with one of my big clients for dog sitting. And then I'm trying to squeeze in my poshing while having a very busy, more busy than normal time at my regular day job. So my focus really, I don't want to say has like weaned off of my full-time job, but like I recognized that I was not focusing enough and I need to like refocus. So this week has actually been a little off for me, and like energy-wise, I think because I'm overworked, I'm trying to avoid getting sick because I think it might be happening. And it's because I'm constantly working. Like, I did take my little vacation to Maui, but it was a small little, but I think I realized on that trip when I was relaxing, I was like thinking about everything I have to do. There are just not enough hours in the day, right? So how can I improve this? Okay. Reseller struggle tip number 1. I'm going to do an assessment of my life. And that sounds so silly and like big, but like you need to like assess your life. Like, what isn't working? So for me right now, I'm working too much. I think I'm spending too much time on Posh, and that for me, that is a problem because I recognize it's affecting other areas of my life. The way I view things is if I'm doing something and spending my time, devoting my time to it, and it is not bringing me positive return, I need to adjust something. So although I am getting income from Poshmark and the dog sitting and the pet sitting, and my traditional main staple job, I need to pull back. And I'm figuring out what that looks like for me. Because with pet sitting, I have the flexibility to like go to my apartment. Keep in mind, I stay at these people's homes when I pet sit. So I can't be with my inventory. I can't photograph, which is why if you go to my closet, there's a couple different backgrounds because I try to make a setup in every home that I'm in if I'm able to get inventory and photograph, etc. So pet sitting's kind of like one of those jobs where if Poshmark is slumping, I can, while doing Poshmark and do my regular job, also dog sit. So I'm like literally triple working at one time, which is nice because I leave that week or weekend with like a bunch of money and great, but I am exhausted. It's taking a toll. I'm not 25 anymore. I know I'm 30, but speaking of, we will switch gears. Hey everybody. We'll switch gears. I have recognized I've always struggled with my weight. I'm not going to make this like a weight loss video, but I've always struggled with my weight. I've never been a thin person. I've always been like, baby fat, chubby cheeks kid. But I've recognized being in a sedentary job, full-time job, and then realizing that Poshmark can be quite isolating. Like, you have to sit, type on your computer or on the floor on your phone. It's unless you're even sourcing, like bins shopping is different because maybe you're like working some muscles digging through the bins, but you cannot like burn calories going through the racks of 100 pairs of pants. It's although you're like out and about, it's not doing anything for me. And I've gained weight. I think I'm approaching being heavier than my heaviest. And like, that is terrifying. And that is a sign that I need to change things. Hey everybody. Oh my gosh. Hi. Oh, The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Mandy girl. I know. I've got that book as well. Yeah. Okay. So my weight. I have definitely increased in size. My pants are tight. I will tell you a very embarrassing story. I have no shame. I have no shame. I'm very self-aware, so you can't hurt me with my own knowledge and like acceptance of what's happening. I was like doing really well on Poshmark and everything's going great. And I go to the bathroom one day at work and I go to, I'm not getting too in depth, but I go to undo my belt to go to the bathroom, and the belt, like the part that has the prong so you can put that popped off. It broke and fell in the toilet. So I was mortified because it was pulled too much. I was on the last hole and it pulled too much. And I was like, oh my God, I'm too big. Like, I'm not getting a bigger belt. This belt is big enough. I'm not being stingy with my sizing of belts. Like, I need to make a change. So with that change comes me recognizing I am not focusing enough on my self-care. And I hate saying like self-care, but it's real because I am neglecting my health. Can anyone relate? Because I think it's the rush of like the success and oh my God, I just got like 50 new things that are like $100 each. I'm gonna make so much money. But like I'm sitting down doing nothing, eating a pizza. Like, I don't want this. Like, I don't want the double chin. Although I am pretty cute, I got a little chubby face. But it's real, and I'm just being honest that I recognize it about myself, and I recognize that I need to dedicate time for myself. How does that work out for me? I'm still figuring out where I'm going to pull back. I'm going to try to implement this in the new year. Naturally, December is going to be a heavy month in the first 2 weeks. And then the last 2 weeks, like Christmas time, will drop off for me personally because I have to fly home to New York and I'm truly out of commission, away from my inventory for a solid 2 weeks. That said, I really want to ramp up and get all my sales going, thriving, moving forward. So I don't know that I can really pull back on the Posh. What can I pull back on? Truthfully, and this is me just like wanting to cram it all in before I have to leave, I don't want to cut back on the dog sitting, cut back on the Poshmark. What I will do though, and it happened this week, I got a bunch of inventory this weekend and I woke up Monday feeling like trash because, my diet isn't healthy. And I was like, you know what? I'm not in the mood to Posh. I have not felt this way in a long time, but I'm not doing anything. So I watched some videos. I watched Jack and Ryan's videos. Hey guys. I watched some Denali videos. I watched Courtney common tags. Like, I binge watch. Great. Sitting on my bed, eating my food. And then this morning I woke up like with some serious anxiety. I have anxiety, but it's circumstantial. Like, it's not diagnosed constant. So something was a trigger from the night before. And I was just like going down a spiral. I slept 4 hours last night. I woke up literally in a sweat because I was dreaming of the thing I was thinking about before I went to bed. Woke up thinking, oh my God, the thing that I was worried about, it's fixed. So I like woke up and like tried to see if it was fixed. It was not. And then I couldn't go back to sleep. So I went to work like a zombie today. That all got worked out. And here I am. And talking to you people about this is kind of like me venting, because bullet point, seller struggle, it's impacted my social life. But like, this is where it's weird. And tell me if you guys relate. My social life has taken a dip, right? I want to be successful with Posh. Do I want to go full time? Separate video. But I want to be successful. And I think I have hit the most I can manage alone with everything that I'm doing at the moment. I think I've hit that plateau. If I do more, something else is gonna like not be okay. And like I'm at that limit where like things are starting to blend together. Things are not perfect anymore. Like things are a little sticky. So I think I've hit the max that I can perform at. That also has to do with my surroundings. I literally live in a studio apartment, and the amount of shuffling I have to do every single day to accommodate my Poshmark business is really getting to me. And this is my home, and I need to like recognize that. And when your home is not like pure and centered, it like messes with your life, right? That's like hoarders, right? Perfect example. Like we are not hoarders as resellers, most of us, but we're collecting all these things and storing it, right? We have mini warehouses in our homes, and there is a reason for that, right? But a hoarder, wait, I totally just lost my train of thought. Oh my God, hoarder. You guys help me. Out of sight, out of mind. Oh my gosh. Okay. Most of us, thank you. Thank you guys. I'm so sorry. Most of us have inventory in our homes that I imagine, like if you're in the middle of the country, I'm sure you live in a home, like a house, right? The thought of a house for me, like living in a major city, let me just tell you the market real quick. You want a 1-bedroom, you need between 8 and 1.2 million, and you need 20% down, minimum. So that's what I'm working with. Not to mention my student loans, but like your home, if it's not your sanctuary, that's what it is. That's what it is. If your home is not clean or like comfortable, right? You have stuff everywhere, you have inventory piles everywhere. This is relating back to the hoarders. Literally, your environment is a reflection of like how your life is in that moment. Right now, my apartment is a mess, 90% because of reselling, and I'm working on that. I've got a whole video separate for reorganizing. But like, I wake up and I'm stepping over stuff I got from the bins, and like that's not okay. Like, and I recently moved, I'm coming up on a year, but I moved from a studio apartment that was smaller to go to this big one. And now I'm like exceeding that. And I'm like, no. Like we've hit the limit. We've hit the limit. To be a good employee at my paid, salaried, benefited job, need to make that my priority. And I like that job, like it's a really good job for me. And this kind of ties in with a future video that I'll talk about, but like the reality of me going full-time, living in West Hollywood, California, in Los Angeles, let me just break it down. I would probably need to make, I'm not going to talk about a number of items needing to be sold, but like being a single person relying on no one but myself, no other incomes, like side hustles aside, like if to make my everyday amount, to make my rent, my benefits, my student loans, I don't know people that make that much money. Like if they do, they are somewhere in more middle America where the cost of living is like less. So to go full time living in WeHo, it's not practical. I would have to work very hard. I would instantly hate what I'm doing, and I'd be terrified that my health would decline because I'd be so stressed about making rent and making all this money to be able to live on a day-to-day basis. Like the income is just you, right? I've met and I interact with people that are part of a duo, have their businesses together, separate. One has a job not seller related, both, all sorts of things. And like the thing that they have just inherently is another person to relate to, like with them in the same area. I don't have that. So like I don't have my own support, like other than myself. And I'm a very independent person, sometimes too good. But the thing that I like is that I have connected with people, especially like huge thanks to PoshFest, like Denali, Ryan, Jack, Steven from Seattle as well, Courtney. Like there are people that I can relate to and see doing what I'm doing, which is nice. And it makes me feel like I can keep going. And, like tonight, just because I'm next to my printer, I sold 3 things, a pair of jeans, a pair of shoes, and a jumpsuit that I got from a friend for free. It was a James Purse jumpsuit in an olive green, super cute, sold for $175, got it for $0. So like that's a nice pick me up. But, at the end of the day, it's a lot of balancing. And ultimately, I am analyzing what I need to like cut back on. I will start to wrap this up. I don't want it to be more than 30 minutes, but I couldn't afford WeHo when I lived in Los Angeles. I was way out in Monterey Park. Yeah, so for those who don't know, like the Los Angeles scene, just to paint a little picture for you guys, LA, like if you've seen E and you've seen the Kardashians, right, and they do those aerial shots, it's a lie. They don't even live in LA. So that's something you need to know. It also is very spread out. So for me right now to go to work, it's a couple miles, but I need to drive. Like it's not a walkable distance, right? For me to go to Santa Monica right now at 8:25, probably 30, 45 minutes. It would, like, we don't talk in miles here. Like, it doesn't make sense because it truly is about time. So there's people like Santa Monica, right? Or Inglewood, for example. They're 15, 20 maybe miles away. That will take me, if it's during traffic, up to 2 hours. Like, it's insane. So, to live in a place that is more affordable, you really have to live outside and deal with a commute. And for me, I'd rather pay a little bit more to be in the center of a city, so that way I am in an area to have access to and get to places, versus and spend that time that I save not having a commute by shopping or having doing things. Whereas if you live outside of the city, right? You live in Pasadena, you live in Burbank, you live in, Glendale, Malibu. I mean, not many people live in Malibu, but you live outside of the cities. You could spend 3 hours commuting a day, and like that's literally sitting on your butt driving, doing nothing. Like you can only talk on the phone and listen to a podcast. You can't be productive. So you have to choose what, in that sense, sacrifice you want, which plays into the whole like, what future does, oh my God, I'm like spiraling. I'm spiraling. See Fashion Crew. Hi, everybody. I'm going to look at the comments. Sorry, I'm not looking here. I'm going to look at the comments. Pardon me for memorizing the labels. Yes. Oh, fabulous style. Okay. Hi. My rhythm. Yeah. So Q4 has really been a weird schedule for me. I've had a lot of random travel, a lot of random dog sitting. Like my amount of clients really increased this year, and the end of the year is huge from all the holidays. So that's a lot. Wait, fabulous style. What did you say? Source. Yeah. So when I source for my inventory, I don't have a lot of time. So I'm buying stuff, sourcing stuff that is higher end labels or brands that have a high return. And I'm buying less. So I'm not someone who's full-time, buying for quantity because I need to flip a bunch of items quickly to make the sales and grow your daily salary, because it's full-time for you. So I have to be a little bit more selective with my items. And I believe I was talking with Denali El Ducho about this. If I were to go full-time, I would not be able to be picky. Like, you would have to get the inventory you can find that's in good quality and figure out where to send it, sell it, ship it, mystery box it, send it to ThreadUp, like all these things, right? You have to get creative. But that's, I don't want to do that. That's not my comfort zone. I think it would just not be good for me. And I'm okay with that. The question becomes, what, now that I'm recognizing I've hit kind of like a flat line of I can't really push harder without something really taking a hit. Where do I just stay at this level of selling? The goal would to be, do $1,000 in gross sales a week. I would need to be doing more, and I'm sacrificing a lot. I'm sacrificing my social life. I don't hang out with my friends. I've stopped volunteering because my business was growing, but I'm exhausted and it's negatively affecting me in a bunch of ways. Like I said, like my weight, my mood, my physical environment. So I've got to change things. And, maybe if I can hit $800 a week in sales, that's a great week and it's awesome. But like, that's okay. And that can be enough. So it's a constant rebalance, realignment of where your priorities and goals lie. And I'm still figuring it out. So I'm just sharing this because like no one's perfect. I'm not happy all the time. Like today was not a good day. Like waking up, I was like, I almost called out sick because I was just like so, like I could have gone into the bathtub and like stayed there all day. And I'm so not like that. Like that is not my personality, but I just really went down a spiral last night and just with no sleep and just like my mind running. It was like bad. So we are back on track and who knows what this weekend will be. I will say I'm not doing anything Posh related other than YouTube and Instagram this week. I am allowing myself to take that time to refocus, clean up my apartment, reorganize my poshing section of my closet, and I will full force this weekend get back into listing and things. I don't need to source. I have not put anything up for my bin strip, so I will start with that, and that will be enough. I think what I will also do is limit the amount of days in a week that I source. And now that I'm adding YouTube to my growth, that is also something else I need to plan for in a day. And I'm realizing it's hard to do sourcing, listing, photographing, YouTubing all in one day and work a full job. So that is where I'm going to limit, by day what happens. Oh my gosh, wait. So many people. I'm so sorry. Wait. I'm catching up on the comments. I'm so sorry. It depends. If you pick up items with a higher average sale price, then you could be pickier. But just know that $200 handbags take the right customer, whereas $20 American jeans. You know what? Don't comment on American Eagle jeans, Denali, because my jeans, I bought them specifically. A bunch of people were like, they sell so well. I have like brand new jeans. No bites. And I got them at the bins. So stress can be a killer. I know. Oh my God. My hair used to be full and thick, and I'm kidding you not. I had one job as a personal assistant for 2 months and it ruined my life. I was working 17-hour days. It was crazy. But I blame that job and that boss on this. Rude. Sleep deprivation is the worst. Lori, yes, it is bad. I recognized last night that I've not been sleeping well. Like things have, I don't know. I've just kept pushing and I like haven't recognized it. So like I'm here, I recognize it. I'm all about getting my 8 hours. So I also, big tip. Hi. Hey girl. Big tip, right? I'm not going to go on Instagram during work. That's tough. That's something I need to not do. Like I have to do some social media for my job as well. Not this job, like for my full-time job. So just going on that account during the day and maybe like once during a lunch break to do a couple shares, respond to offers, etc. But that is something I know I immediately can change. And I'm going to start cutting off interaction at 10 p.m. My brain has just been going. And like my Instagram has been growing, which is I'm so excited about that. And I've been having great interactions, but I will spend too much time. Like I'm checking on people, like, engaging, but like I'm doing nothing. I'm just like in a phone. So at 10 p.m. I'm done. I have to focus on being in the present, like physically, like in the present, like, So that is something I'm going to start implementing. Also, because it'll start to turn my brain off because I recognize I need to wind down. Oh, I know. Instagram is a time suck. Oh. So um, I'm going to be cutting that out, and, we will figure out a better system of purchasing inventory, doing a photograph list day, and YouTube videos. So I would like to have at least 1 weeknight of nothing, so I can have it to myself, bum around the apartment, go to dinner with a friend, etc. And I would like to at some point also have the weekends. I know. I'm like, oh my God, the weekends. The problem, I'm working so much that like I don't get relief going into my work week, my full-time job work week, because I'm working so much on the weekend. And like I wake up, I'm going to sourcing, thrifting, I need to find the best deal, come back, get it listed, do a YouTube video, list more, photograph more, source more. It's too much. It's too much. So I want to have a portion of a weekend day to do nothing, and 1 weeknight to do nothing, unless it's for my social, like my personal social outside of the reselling world, like in real life here in LA, interaction. Because I forgot that I need to do that. Like I was driving at 10:30 the other night, and there were people around in costumes, and I was like, why? Oh my God, Halloween's tomorrow. I'm oblivious. Like I go to work, go to a store, and then I'm here. So I was like, we need to change that. But oh my God, wait, Ryan. 17-hour days. Danica, 17-hour days. Yes. 17-hour days. When I was working for a 1%er, like him and his family and his kids never have to work for lifetimes. That's how much money we're talking about. Jacob, oh my gosh. Jacob, do you, everyone, hi. If you didn't catch it in the beginning, which was 36 minutes ago, you can follow me at PoshBossBlake on Instagram, Poshmark Closet, YouTube, of course. Hit subscribe if you haven't. I will post this video live so you can catch up and replay it, because I know you guys want to. It's long, I'm sorry. I had a lot to say. I would like to make this a bi-weekly series, so I'll come at you in like 2 more weeks. And I want to answer a couple questions, actually. Okay, so one actually from Instagram. She's a fellow LA reseller. She's part-time as well. She wants to know how many items I list per day or per week. And that is a great question. I personally do not go by the number of listings per day to get online. I know that works for some people, a bunch of people. But for me, I'm doing fine without that. I don't know. There's not really a better answer. I don't need to calculate like how many things per day I need to list. Maybe, I don't know. I do it all in batches. Sorry, I was just thinking. Like I just do it in batches. So I don't calculate how many items per day. But I would say if like per week, I could give an idea. Probably like, depending on if it's a binge trip, 30 to 50, but like really no more than that. Like I don't list that much stuff in a week. Like on average, probably between 10 and 15 items. If it's a binge week, 20 to 50, but I don't really list more than that per week. And I'm doing pretty well. So that's working for me. Next, the person who asked this, ewill5265. Hey, how much time do you spend sharing your listings every day? So currently I do 4 full closet shares, and lucky for me, I don't have a ton, hundreds. I do have over 100 listings, but I don't have hundreds of listings. I do it 4 times a day. I do it around the parties, of course. And if I'm up, which I'm not going to be anymore, but I would try sharing around like 11 p.m. here on the West Coast. So I don't know, like try 11 p.m. on your respective time zone. Houston Exchange, Brian, he at PoshFest talked about the people who scroll their phones late at night and like, yeah, I'll buy that, because it's, they're tired sleep shopping. I don't know. That's kind of stuck with me. So It doesn't hurt. But I would say 4 times a day. 4 times a day. If you have a giant closet and you have like 1,000 items, I don't even know how long that would take, but for me, that would be too tedious. So I'd probably break it up into like half the closet one day, half the other, assuming it was like 1,000 listings. If that was the case, I'd probably share twice. If I had 1,000 listings, I'd probably share 2 times of 500 listings at a time. And then I would do that every day. Sharing is really key. Sharing is like such a key though. So really, the parties happen at specific times for a reason. It's when people are active, when people are shopping. That's Poshmark. They're putting that out there. So that's exciting. Michelle, Chefy, Skeef? I don't know. Sorry. I source 1 day a week, ship 3 days a week, and list every other day. Work less than 10 hours a week and still make at least $2,000 a month. Well, Michelle, that's nice for you. So here's where I lose time. Because that sounds great, but like for me, when I come home, I have to do, because I live in my studio, and I'm not talking like a big studio. I live in like 300-ish square feet. So and I'm minimal, so like there's space. But like I have a lot of rejiggering. So if I come home and I have 3 sales like this is in 3 different tabs, because I have my miscellaneous, what is it called? Romper in a tote. I have a pair of shoes in a separate tote, And then what was the third thing? Shoes, romper, something else. Oh, jeans. Jeans are in the women's jeans bin. So I have to take them all out, and that requires, making sure I lift properly so I don't hurt my back, putting them on the ground, getting everything out, putting everything back. And then if I have new inventory, putting it in a bin to sort it, getting it all listed, and then bagging it, and then putting it in the bin. So and then it's in and out of the closet, and it's a lot. So if you have the space, so you don't have to like reorg every day, then that would save me a lot of time, but that's not an option for me, unfortunately. So that's cool. Hi. Jacob, I don't track because I'm happy to get anything done, but today I sat down and mapped my week, give myself structure, rituals, see how it goes. Yeah, let me know. And follow me on Instagram. I don't recognize your name. And if you do, say hello, shoot me a DM. 4:53 golden hour. 3 to 5 p.m. PST can be a golden hour. Oh, really, Denali? Why do you think that? Because for me, like I'm fully at work, and that's like when I'm ending my work day, at least being on the West Coast. Like that's when I'm like, I got over that 3 p.m. hump. I'm back in the work, wrapping up for my 5:30 departure. Shipping ferry. I know. Rituals, you should get a number system. Ryan, the number system, I think I'd have to I don't think I have enough for the number system. Like, I don't know. The number system seems like for people that are full-time and like have 1,000 things. Like I don't have that much. I have like 150 items in my closet, like nicely packed. And they're all clear bins. And here's something to know about me specific. I'm very visual. So I almost have photographic memory. So like that luckily isn't an issue. 4 p.m. PST. Steven, you see action at 4 p.m. Okay. 4 p.m. If I've noticed 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm not sure what that translates into everywhere else, but the 4 p.m. sharing hour, which is the second to last one of the day, it's always for some reason kids, makeup, or like jewelry, and I don't carry those things. So when it's something like shoes or jeans, I'm like share. Live for the number system. Okay, Jacob, DM me. Maybe we should chat because thank you for engaging. By the way, like I have enough for a number system. Okay, well we need to chat about it then. Oh my God, multiple people. Hey, Jody. Hi. Hey, Brett. Okay, multiple people are telling me the number system is something I need to try. Okay. I have my own Excel. Like I'm a numbers person, like but I'll look at it and experiment. I'm just gonna go back a couple of times to see any other things. Oh, you guys. Oh my gosh. Can you all do me a favor? Hit the thumbs up. I didn't know that's a thing. Thanks, Denali. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Oh my God. I didn't sing at all. I didn't sing at all. I was a little nervous about being honest. Just, it's a bigger platform, so we'll see. Just gonna be a killer. Plugs. You guys. Oh, actually, you guys, I have some upcoming recordings, there we go, of podcasts. Leslie from A Reseller's Passion and I are going to record next Wednesday, so be on the lookout for that in the coming weeks. I don't know how quickly she turns those around. Also, at some point, I hope to be on Denali's podcast when it's at her convenience. Hint, hint. And there's talks. There's actually multiple chats about a podcast in 2020. I don't know if it would just be all... No, I don't even want to give any teasers. It could be me and a partner. Not like romantic partner. God, I wish. If you know anyone single in LA, or honestly any city that like has a lot of like hustle and bustle, I'm there. I'll move. Hook me up. Yeah, that'll be exciting. Okay. You guys, I'm stretched too thin. Danica, girl, we have to pull back. We have to figure out what we can tune back on. Also, like, there might be a podcast. Yes. Oh my gosh. I know. This is the problem. Like, I want to do a podcast, but I would have to figure out how I can effectively and efficiently add that into my life. Danica. Oh my God, that's so... I'm so like numb to like my own go that I didn't even realize I said that. Okay, I don't live in Alaska, Ryan. A gallon of milk is not $7 here in LA. It's $6.99. Oh my God, I'm kidding. No, but like lactose-free milk, because I have issues with dairy, is $4 for a liter, like the carton. Don't even get me started on like oat milk and shit. Be a pea milk too if you want that. PEA. Pea milk. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I just DM'd you a pic. My closet, my system. Okay, thank you, Jacob. Yes, okay. All right, this has been long enough. I didn't realize this was such a long video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will say good evening to you all, and I'll sing you a little outro, okay? Okay. I don't even know what I'm gonna sing. I need someone. Okay, wait. Okay, this is what'll happen. I need people in the comments. Give me a topic. Make the topic like 1 or 2 words or like a small phrase. I will sing about that topic and we'll be done. Sing about the Halloween bins, podcasts. Literally no multiples. Okay, so from that independent survey, okay, I'll just make it about all these things. Oh, okay. Wait, ready? Oh my God. You guys. Oh. Oh, you guys, it's almost Halloween. Oh my gosh, it's almost Halloween. Oh my God, it was freezing in Colorado. Wasn't it, Jody? It was like 3 degrees today. What the hell? Non-dairy milk. Ooh, doesn't give me the bubbles and the gurgles in the... This is not a funny moment. I'm so much better than this. Twerks on the wall. I would, but I am not wearing pants. And although my underwear is fine, I don't want to get flagged. Because the fire is just so much that I'd probably, alert the presses. Vodka, don't drink pea milk, twerks on the wall, wine. Oh my God, wait, I'll leave you with this, right? One of my favorite YouTubers is Gigi Gorgeous. If you don't know her, she is an icon. And she did her Real Housewives tagline, and she goes, okay, so just for those who don't know, the taglines are usually, PoshBossBlake After Dark, I love that. The taglines are usually like, you might have all the things in the world, but I have $1 million. Like something stupid, right? Or like, what was Lisa Vanderpump's? Some people think yachts and something are nice, but I just whatever. Okay, so Gigi Gorgeous's is this. Some people say I'm a bitch. And like there was no follow-up. It was just her looking. It was so oh my God. So now that you've had that and my asthmatic laugh, I'll leave you to go sleep. Ooh, rest your head on the pillow. Okay. All right. So this is what's happening. Hush, little babies, don't say a word. Blakey's going to sing you a funny word. PoshBossBlake on YouTube, Poshmark and Instagram. Follow everybody in this chat on Instagram. Ryan and Denali, Courtney and Jody, Danica and Jacob, Jack and Ryan and Kristen. What am I doing? Oh my God. I am a Sanderson sister. Sisters? Okay. This has turned into a live on Instagram instead of my serious video. Some people say I'm a bitch. All right. Book. All right. Anyway, I will leave you with this. I want an independent survey. Ready? Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus. Love you guys so much. Bye. Talk to you later. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and Poshmark. Bye. Yes, agreed. Hocus Pocus all the way. Okay, bye. For real. Love you. Thanks so much for watching.